What's going on, collectors? I was able this morning to take my two little ones out to Frank and Son's collectible show. The 4-year-old did a really good job cleaning up, so we wanted to take her out and let her check this place out and get a toy. The parking wasn't bad as we got there early, and they were just blown away by the sheer amount and selection of all of the toys and collectibles within this place. Here we have some G.I. Joes, Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander. We've got Lego minifigures. This dark helmet place had a very impressive spread. Just so many things to choose from. There's some Predator figures. Anything you could think of to collect, they have there. We've got those just glasses that I think they came out at Burger King in the 80s. And we have a couple of those in the house. I was impressed with those. Who's Who in toys, Pops, Sideshow collectible figures, a bunch of Star Wars Joker figures. So much selection. Just if you collect something, you can think of it there. Knives, Wolverine claws, swords, and there's pretty crowded, lots of people there, but little ones had a good time. Here's a store that has just pure posters, so many posters to choose from. And then you can't do Frank and Sons without checking out the comics. High-end comics everywhere in between. So much comic selection. Dollar bins. Jewelry. This was cool, and these were like geek-themed jewelry. Got more comic selections. Slab comics, key issues, Spider-Man. So many comics, so little time. Got a McFarlane CGC signature. Some stock car tops. And then in this aisle here, there's just tons and tons of different cards, like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon cards. They've got those cutesy little backpacks that all little girls have. That was a Squirtle. More cards. Video games. Video games everywhere. Classic video games. They have the classic systems, classic cartridges. So many things to choose from. One of my favorites, of course, is G.I. Joe. So we've got G.I. Joe there. There's a Sergeant Slaughter, a couple Munchie Cheese, Godzilla toys. Like I was saying, so much selection. 4-year-olds totally stoked to be able to go and look around. We got autographed baseballs, different memorabilia to store it, and then the vintage Toys R Us signs, and that's super nostalgic for me. Unfortunately, my girls will never even know what Toys R Us was. This booth has pure wrestling toys, which I thought was pretty cool. Cool lightsaber display in the 200 aisle. I thought these were pretty nifty. They're like video games, but they space it out. So it's like a video game art page. And then got Battletoads here. Sideshow. Oh, the statues. Statues. So much not even articulation. What about detail? Great detail on these statues. And this particular booth here's got primetime location right in the middle. Fantastic. There's yeah, Juliet's pretty excited to see the statues. I really like this Harley statue they had. So much detail. And then it came with the mallet, and she was posed. But it also came with, you see him by the creeper, another head there. Freddy Krueger. They have their Halloween statues. Scary stuff, as we just came out of Halloween. I really like this Freddy Krueger in the basement. Another horror themed teddy bear. I think this place just like gets toys and
Scary.
shreds them. Side quest. So this place was pretty cool. The side quest place has the dice and the different books and figurines for your dungeon masters to be able to do Dungeons and Dragons quests. So those are making a really big comeback nowadays. I noticed on top they have all of these stock car skins. I guess is what they're called. It was really cool. CC's Collectibles. CC's looks like they were still set up for Halloween. Pure Nightmare Before Christmas decorations and items. We've got here more Legos, lots of Lego minifigure places, vintage Star Wars, vintage G.I. Joe, Wampa, R2D2. I really like this McDonald's, almost like a museum. They've got some, like a plaque, remembering Grandma Gert. You can check it out there. And then there was Ronald McDonald.
Cheesy.
Got a cool picture. And the crazy thing is that my kids don't know really who Ronald McDonald is. It wasn't part of their life with McDonald's. Moving along, sports memorabilia. They've got all your sports memorabilia here. Jordan pictures, autographs, Julio Cesar Chavez, autographed baseballs, including Stan Lee. Wrestling memorabilia, which I thought was crazy, that it's just, instead of like cards, it's just autographed actual pictures from the wrestlers, and I guess they're certified. So, I mean, I suppose that gives them a validity. We're cruising around and just checking out the entire place. And the big dude, look at the vintage skateboards. I love them. Elmo. On top, they have all of the statues. This is kind of up there. I loved the vintage bikes I saw there. Robotech, Macross. It's almost like a museum in the corner by near where the Toys R Us area was set up. So you've got the Transformer display, which has the Masterpiece inside. I'm a big Transformers fan. We've got some Masterpiece videos on this channel. All the Seekers. We got a couple Megatrons on the bottom. Shockwave. Pretty cool. Little one sitting with Jeffrey. Lion Bot, so that's Wolverine. Indiana Jones, they've got the statue. You chose poorly. The Grail. Pretty cool. I love the vintage bicycles. Now, those of you who know me know I'm an avid mountain biker. And it started with a love for BMX in the 80s. Rad bikes. These ones are cool, like the Cruisers. But over here we went to the other side and they've got the vintage BMX bikes, which I thought were really cool. Not just the BMX, but they got those, was it Schwinn Stingrays for the older generations. Shifting in the middle of the frame, that's crazy. Alright, Mongoose, Diamondback, GT. I'm a really big fan of the SE racing bikes like PK Rippers and Quad Angles, and they didn't seem to have any here. And those PK Rippers and Quad Angles are making a really big comeback in the biking community, or the cycling community, that is. Laid back seat posts, really cool, just throwback bikes here. I saw a Hutch GT Performer in the last few here. Look at those mag wheels, really cool. Super vintage. It's a collectible just like anything else. Once again, we went to the Dark Helmet place. They actually had two booths. So they had the most impressive loose Star Wars figures that I saw. So I just wanted to get in here, get some close-ups on the little loose vintage Star Wars figures. Really cool. And they have two cases. These are the carded ones they have. I don't know how many kids threw away a fortune in G.I. Joe and Star Wars figures by opening them, but you had to open them. It made them fun. The original 12 set, Slave 1, Snow Speeders, X-Wing Fighters, so much coolness. There's a Slave 1 in the box, when it's still called Slave 1. It's not Boba Fett's ship yet. The Creeper, Freddy Krueger, G.I. Joes. That Dark Helmet store is pretty impressive. So many G.I. Joes. Well, the big point of the day was to go and find a cool toy for the little ones. So we were able to pick up a couple of different things before we head out. And here we are leaving. I'll have a picture at the end of our haul. It was a good time all in all at Frank and Sons. We were able to pick up 3 items. We got Sergeant Slaughter, Pop Loaders, and a Monster High doll for Juliet. So it was a good time all in all. If you like, subscribe, share for more videos from Collection Connection. Maybe we'll take another tour of a local shop or something like that in the future. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.